Now then, lush rainforests, plastic lawns and a garden which owes more to diamond sparklers in a jeweller's window than to horticulture. It is, of course, the Chelsea Flower Show we're talking about.
Yes, this is the Royal Horticultural Society's 148th event, and it's another exciting extravaganza of imaginative gardens by daring designers, many actually from our part of the world. But, as Natalie Gray reports, Chelsea doesn't seem to have got the memo about spending cuts.
Hello from the most expensive garden in the show's history. It's cost an eye-watering £20 million. Bling is obviously back, hence the burly bounces. Now, if you look over there, those walls are fashioned from thousands of pounds worth of semi-precious amethysts and quartz supplied by the Chiltern Marble Group from Kempton near Bedford. This is the designer, David Dominy. David, got any spare gems, got any spare diamonds?
We can sort you out with a few. Check out that little one there. Ooh.
Lovely, thank you very much. Now, what's it all about then?
Now, the whole garden celebrates the magic combination between plants and precious stones, and lots of plants are in fact named after precious stones. There's a hosta down there called Diamond Tiara. There's these beautiful emerald conifers. There's a nice little conifer at the back called Little Gem.
Landscape designers, plant experts and architects spend months preparing their show gardens for Chelsea. The hottest April this century and the coldest start to May since 1996 should have wreaked havoc, but somehow everything in the garden looks rosy. And nowhere more so than at this stand. This is the 41st year that Peterbilt's roses from Attleborough in Norfolk have shown at Chelsea, but we won't know until tomorrow whether they've won another gold medal to go with the 17 they've already got at home. Sadly, the man who started it all off is too ill to be with us today, but I was fortunate enough to catch up with him last week. Peterbilt's is something of a legend. He'll be 74 next month, and his 1,200 varieties of roses sell all over the world. When the Chinese wanted roses for the Beijing Olympics, of course, they came to him.
It's 41 years since we first went to Chelsea, my wife and I, with a tiny little stand, which we put up in a matter of hours. We didn't arrive until just before the show. No other flower that I can think of, and again I know I'm biased, which has the charisma of roses. Not just the charisma, but all the things that matter to gardeners, which is a long flowering season, continuous flowering through the summer, and fragrance, which is high on my list of importance. And you can use them anywhere in the garden. You don't have to put them specially into rose gardens. You can plant them next to a gooseberry bush or whatever, and they still perform for you.
The Queen Mother was a big fan, and at the Sandringham Flower Show, she always looked forward to that year's new rose. He's launching 3 new varieties this year. One of them is called the Beatrix Potter, and it's left to Peter's children, Richard and Amanda, to launch it with the help of the actress Patricia Routledge.
She would love it. It's a climber, it has a perfume, easy to grow, I believe.
Just one more.
And there are plenty more celebrities here, but do they know anything about gardening?
I've got a big garden, in fact 2 big gardens, about 8 acres, and my wife does it, and I just sit back and watch the flowers go. Wonderful.
I know very little about gardening other than it all smells lovely.
So what are you doing here then?
It smells lovely, and also if you look carefully you see people like Helen Mirren in the undergrowth.
Yes, I am a gardener. We went to Columbia Road in London yesterday in the East End. Some of my best days of the year. I go about 3 times to buy all my plants for the bedding, you know, and I put them in. What's more, Natalie?
I like gardening in a kind of slightly Louis XIV way, like moving a village and having an entire valley flooded. I'm lucky because the wife is big, you know, big horticulturalist.
It's too late to get tickets. They sold out long ago, but don't worry, I'll be back at Chelsea in Friday night's programme when I'll have a special report from a garden from Suffolk that's a real honey trap for bees, and I'll be bringing you a present for the allotment, but you've got to promise to look after it.
I will try, Natalie, but I do have to say that looking at our allotment outside at the moment, I think I've already finished off with the cucumbers. They were dead.
And the lettuces.
Lettuces
the only thing I put him in charge of.
Strawberries are okay, I think.
Some beautiful flowers there. I wonder if Natalie got to keep that diamond, though.
I have a feeling probably not. Right, the rest of the news out here on ITV1. It starts in a couple of minutes. Here's what's coming up on that.
Now, something we've all been talking about a lot recently, haven't we? The weather. Is it going to warm up even more? Let's find out. Here's Rachel.
And that's it for this evening. More from Dunkirk tomorrow night. Join us for that. Until then,
bye-bye.